Welcome to the 10-Minute Facts channel. How to become rich in 10 steps. Many of us wanted to become rich, even if we don't always understand the meaning of the word combination in the same way. Why being rich is better than being poor? Because stress levels are reduced and there is always something to eat. Because, being rich, you can afford to do things that really interest you and do not depend on your salary every month. Because, having a fortune, you can really help people and not just shake your head, feeling sorry for them. Wealth attracts everyone, but most people do not look at the real reasons for the origin of wealth, waiting until it falls on the dreamer's head in the form of winning the lottery, inheritance, or treasure on the beach. Truly wealthy people always know how their fortune was obtained, what steps were taken, where it was necessary to limit themselves, and where on the contrary to let go. 1. Always have a plan. To become rich, you have to plan to become rich. Dreamers who just lie on the couch have no place here. Only a clearly worked out plan, with all the points and deadlines, can help you get out of any quagmire and ascend to the pedestal of the wealthy. To plan to be rich is not to dream of being rich. To be rich is to live like one who is rich already when there is no wealth yet. And it's not about spending money left and right. No, it's about managing your money wisely. You must have a plan for the next 25 to 30 years, then a separate plan for the next 10 to 15 years, and another the most active and thorough for the next 3 to 5 years. They must spell out the strategy, goals, and possible and specific ways to achieve the result. And only the implementation of these plans can bring you wealth. 2. The economy is your best friend. Not everyone will agree with this point, but if your task is to become rich, then you do not have a special option. Do everything you can to avoid wasting the money you earn. No one is saying that you should live in a hut and not take advantage of modern conveniences. But you should understand when the price is reasonable and when it is not. Wealthy people are said to be those who spend no more than a quarter or a third of their monthly income on ordinary everyday needs. The rest goes into savings and investments. If you can't put away 70% of your income today, you have only one way to go: start saving at least 5 to 10 and gradually build up your income. The less you save, the longer it takes to start using this capital in a meaningful way. But understand, every penny can become a lever, an employee, which will bring you more and more income. Do not let them escape from you, like rats off the ship. 3. Invest in things that give you cash flow. Your goal: anything that generates passive income. Dividends from stocks and businesses, interest on loans, income-producing real estate, offshore companies, renting out machinery, and anything else you can rent out. Do you want it to be really rich? Forget about speculation, at least for now. Focus on making sure the properties you buy are generating income, regardless of your situation. Don't listen to those who say the market is down. It all depends on what you're going to do. It may be down for resale, but for rentals, who cares? 4. Buy at the right price. The main wisdom of the real investor world is this: you make money the moment you buy. The same approach should be applied to everyday purchases. Everything you buy should make you richer than you were before you bought it. It also means that you shouldn't invest $1 million in something that costs $100,000. A household example: buying a cell phone. For me, it is a work tool. I have already made more money on it than it was worth even when it came out. But I bought it 6 months later when only half of the original price was left. It had 2 toothy competitors. All in all, a great price and great features, and it helped me become richer in the next few months. 5. Debt is your nemesis. Why is there a crisis in the world today? Because banks have been, and continue to be, pushing cheap credit on consumers for things that don't pay back. In other words, a car, a trip, a phone, or a basket of groceries bought on credit is a noose around your neck. If credit doesn't generate income for you through buying real assets and generating active or passive income, then you don't need it. Avoid credit until you understand how to use it to grow your wealth, not destroy it. 6. Invest in relationships. You can invest not only money but also time, the warmth of heart, and just respect. Your teachers, relatives and friends, colleagues, etc. can be such investments. Every person you meet is your teacher from whom you can learn something. Take advantage of this and respect yourself and others. 7. Continue to educate yourself. Getting a master's or other degrees in a field from which you have no dividends in life is very sad, but it's not uncommon, and besides, a classical education takes too much time. That's why the process of self-education is so important. New books, audio lectures, webinars and seminars, training, and acquaintances. Today you can find many quality and free sources of professional information. Look for those who are richer than you and/or whose students have become richer because of these technologies. Study not just one area, but expand your horizons, because the psychology of crowds is as important in sales as knowing how to price your product correctly. 8. Diversification of capital. Don't keep your eggs in one box in a world that shakes all the time. It's too presumptuous. Only diversification can save your already accumulated assets and develop those that are just starting out. Gold, securities, businesses, real estate, rental equipment, and more are what diversification can be. It's also important to understand that keeping yourself in one place, that is, owning only one passport, puts you at risk. If you are willing to diversify your financial assets, why are you still thinking about diversifying your life and political risks? A second passport, temporary or permanent residency can really help you avoid some problems. 9. Live below your means. Man is a social creature, and sometimes we want to spend money on what we do not need, on what society, fashion, and habit dictate. Avoid external influences. Your goal is wealth, not the momentary satisfaction of material masturbation. It sounds harsh, but that's how years and millions are squandered. Many people try to hide their true emptiness and colorlessness behind bright rags and nice cars. If you make $40,000 a year and drive a $30,000 car, you are stupid. This money, plus the money you spent on maintaining your iron horse, could be safely invested and get an ever-increasing reverse cash flow. 10. The compounding percentages of your wealth. All wealth is subject to the laws of compound interest. This is the kind of magic that turns $100 into $1 million. Just give it a deadline. Although this example was most often shown in deposits, this principle holds in everything. In the beginning, it's tight, almost imperceptible. The money drips too slowly. But if you endure, keep your composure, and don't take the foundation out from under your wealth, then after a period the speed increases and begins to break through the horizons. This is how the wealthiest people, after investing a little money and time, get a massive return. And this is how you should act if, of course, you wanted to become rich. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel not to miss the next videos.